Why'd you stuck me in a pumpkin?
You just start streaming or something?
You know what game I'm really, really stoked about, but I've still not heard an exact release date for? The Last of Us 2.
See, I'm stoked for the new God of War.
I'm stoked for a new God of War too, but honestly, dude, the storyline that they gave for The Last of Us, the original game, was probably one of the most, like, well-written storylines in a video game that I've ever played, honestly. Like, God of War has an amazing storyline, but I think what it is they kind of made the zombie apocalypse even more realistic. Like, they didn't just focus on the zombies, they focused on the bad parts of humanity during an event like that, like rape, pillaging, raiding, shit like that, cannibalism.
Right.
Pedophilia, a little bit. Like, it wasn't like outright there's pedophilia, but there's this, one of the last people that's a human that you got to go through is David, and he they kidnap Ellie, the little girl, and he totally gives me pedo vibes.
Yeah, Jeff's not even getting on tonight, so he probably won't be able to raid.
It's a shame we can't usually get in on Monday nights or Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
I don't know. My shoulder ain't feeling better. I might be home tomorrow night.
Fuck. Chiefs and Broncos are tomorrow night. I won't even be on PlayStation tomorrow night. You know damn well if you're home, you won't be either.
Shit, man. I might end up having to go to the doctors if it doesn't get better, but I'm trying to hold off on that part. But like today, I woke up, I could barely even lift my shoulder up without it, like, just shit ton of pain. I was like, dude, this is fucking gay. Can't even push myself out of bed.
What'd you do?
I don't know. I'm thinking, like, the way it feels almost is it feels like it might be like slightly dislocated, or maybe like a pinched nerve, because it would, like, when I first woke up, like, the pain would go down to my elbow, but it was like giving me like that kind of brief, not quite numbness, but warmness in my fingertips.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I know what you're talking about.
And I was like, it's either a pinched nerve that's fucking irritated as fuck and wants to kill me right now, or I fucking partially dislocated it. If it's a partial dislocation, I'd rather not go to the doctors and try to let it reset itself. Guess I could always ask my aunt. She does it for my cousin all the time, because that dude doing rodeo, he's fucked his shoulder up so many times that for a while there he'd just be like doing normal everyday, like not even work shit, and his shoulder would just fall out of the socket.
Damn. So his ligaments are gone.
Yeah, he had to get reconstructive surgery on his shoulder. I was like, dude, that is not bueno. He's broke his back too, and he still does that shit, bro. I was like, kudos to you.
Yeah, that's
I was like,
tough son of a bitch right there.
Yeah, cause his brothers kind of like to make fun of him for it. But I'm like, and so he always tries to compare like what he does to what they do, rather it's sports or like skateboard. The brother he has the biggest rivalry with is a skateboarder, and he's a pretty tough motherfucker too. I'll give him that. That dude's fucking broken his shit a lot by eating concrete. But I was like, but I mean, what your brother does is literally could have killed him already. I was like, it's like they're both extreme sports. I was like, you can't even compare that to playing football though. or like basketball. They're all different demands on the body. Football, you wear out. Well, I mean, you can wear out your head, but you tend to wear out your knees and your
shoulders,
back,
elbows.
And another one that's funny though with the rodeo scene is the bear thing. They're overly competitive with the bull riders. I guess that's because they believe it's easier to stay on the bull with the saddle than it is on the horse without the saddle, which I can see that being true. But I was like, I don't know though. I mean, the horse could come back and stomp on you. The bull most likely will. If you fall off.
Oh yeah, that bull's gonna try to.
The horse is more like he said, the horses get competitive, but once they get you off, they're usually done with what they wanted. Some of them are aggressive, some will come back, but bulls are almost always aggressive and almost always come back. I'm just saying, I'd rather not ride a fucking 2,000-pound animal that wants to stomp me into the dirt.
Hell no, dude. I'll go watch bull riding to cheer for the fucking bull.
Yeah, that's what my cousin said. The one who rides, but his oldest brother. He likes to go, and they always want to leave because the bull rider is always the last ones to go. And he's like, I want to stay because I'm here to root for the bulls on that one. I root for the bulls in that shit they do in Spain. I'm like, I hope that bull whoops your ass. I hope you don't even get it, stab him.
Right.
At least bull riders don't try to kill the motherfucker.
That ain't no shit.
Cause I tell you what, without your fancy little sword, that bull would turn you into a fucking pincushion.
Fuck yeah, dude, I've seen it happen. I've seen a picture of a dude with a bull's horn up his ass, dude.
Yeah, bull ain't gonna give a fuck. Bull eats
fucking
people for breakfast.
The honey badgers don't fucking care, dude.
That's another animal that'll whoop your ass, motherfucking wolverines.
Fuck yeah.
I've seen how vicious those little fuckers get. Them and badgers.
Those fucking Tasmanian devils too, dude. Those fuckers.
It's so funny when the littler animals are hyper aggressive because they sound so cute, but they sound so mean at the same time. It's like you can't take it serious, but you kind of gotta.
Right.
I've heard koalas get angry too. That shit sounds funny.
Dude,
it's like
supposedly they're fucking straight up violent.
Yeah, they
could like a regular old bear.
Have you seen that one where the kangaroo's attacking the dude's dog, and the dude walks up and
straight up fucking punching? Fuck yeah!
He just punches the motherfucker in the face, and the kangaroo just like blinks and looks at him like, did that really just happen?
Right.
He didn't know how to react. He was like, what the fuck? I think I just got punched by a human. That's a first. I gotta tell Bill and the guys.
You ain't gonna believe it. This motherfucker.
His dog came up
with his dog,
trying to have a boxing match with me, and he came out of nowhere with the mean right hook. They're like, well, did you hit him back?
He hit me with that Superman punch.
Right, that's what I would have done. Well, not Superman punch. I probably would have speared him.
Right. You just gotta watch them claws on the back of them motherfuckers. Those kangaroos got some vicious claws on their hind legs.
Motherfucker punch you or kick you in the face harder than Mayweather can punch. Harder than Tyson can punch.
They stand up on their tail and can kick the fuck out of you, dude. Wasn't TLC tonight?
Last week.
Oh, was it last week?
Yep. Now they're moving on to Survivor Series.
Well, that tells you how far behind I am on my Monday Night Raws.
Yeah, that means you didn't see the Under Siege.
And by the way, I did see you in the crowd on Monday Night Raw
You
from
did?
Denver. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I was like right there by the thing. I was standing on the chair when they were fucking up Roman. I was like, where everybody was chanting for the Shield. We were really hoping that they were going to give us the reunion here, but it made sense the way they did it because their next show.
Had to wait till the next week.
Yeah, because that's where the show started, was at that in Indy. I was like, all right, I really don't want to see. Like, do you hear they released Emma today?
They released who?
Emma?
They released Emma.
Darren Young and Summer Rae.
Summer Rae, yeah.
And D Young.
Well, for the women, they had to make room for that Asuka or whatever.
Asuka.
Asuka.
Yeah, one of the NXT dudes caught a lot of heat because after Emma got released, he put up a tweet that said, "I guess that's what happens around here when you truly aren't prepared for Asuka." And a bunch of Bray Wyatt and Peyton Royce, one of the NXT royalties, and some of the people who are ex-WWE stars that are in other promotions now. And the dude who's just famous in another promotion, all of them were all fucking ragging on the dude for saying that. I was like, you guys are mad at him for saying that, and they're like, show some respect, you guys work in the same business, blah blah blah. I was like, hold on though. It was fucking true. I mean, that's pretty much probably what happened. Vince was like, well, she lost, so we're gonna end. They were giving her a whole bunch of fucking TV time though, so it really didn't make sense that they just cut her now. But
right.
But
see, I like seeing good old Mickie James. I don't like her. She's too old. She's not hot anymore. I mean, she's better looking.
I think Emma is definitely would have been probably better to keep than Mickie James, because I think they want to give her one more title run, and then they'll probably cut ways with her, because she's probably towards to where she's not going to go back to another promotion type of thing.
Right.
Yeah, you didn't. The Under Siege thing they did last Monday night, dude. I didn't really like it, honestly, but
I gotta watch it. I mean, I'm just.
Let's just say they're making Shane take a hill path going into Survivor Series. Which is ironic considering what Sami Zayn did to him at TLC, or at Hell in a Cell.
Right.
But yeah, if you didn't hear from TLC, AJ Styles was part of it because of that viral meningitis.
Really?
That affected Bray Wyatt.
Roman.
So, well, Kurt Angle took over for Roman and joined the Shield for TLC as an honorary member, and I think that they're gonna work future angles with them together, probably all four of them, once Roman can compete again.
Right.
And Bray Wyatt was one of the people who was infected, and he was supposed to go against the Demon King, and instead they brought AJ Styles over from SmackDown because Bray was affected with the meningitis, and they let Raw borrow him for Monday night as well, but there were strings attached, so to speak. I'm really thinking WWE needs to work with this Bullet Club invasion shit though, rather than a SmackDown versus Raw type of shit. Because that's just going back to the old format.
Right.
However, having a surge of New Japan Pro wrestlers coming back to WWE and an invasion thing like they did with WCW back in the day, that could be good for business.
See, I like Finn Balor.
So do I. That's why I'm surprised you didn't hear about it. The internet broke during TLC, bro, because it was Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. The two, well, Finn Balor is one of the Carl Anderson and Finn Balor founded the Bullet Club in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And then once Finn moved to the NXT promotional, AJ Styles took over as the leader of New Japan, or of Bullet Club in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and obviously through the other promotions that he did before coming to the WWE. I think TNA was his last one. Yeah, and Gallus and Anderson, yeah. Yeah, I think I want to say Shinsuke was part of it, but I think he more had a rivalry with him. Was the thing.
Yeah, you know that Finn Balor is the one that's fucking daily. Yeah, he is lucky bastard.
But yeah, they did the after the match, which was probably one of the best matches of TLC. They did the Too Sweet. I even think that right now to this moment that's the picture on the top of WWE's Twitter account is Finn Balor and AJ Styles doing the Too Sweet. Twitter like fucking broke down. Like even at the end of the night, that was the main trending tweet from the event was the AJ Styles and Finn Balor. I was like, that's how the fuck you steal a show.
Right.
This is pissing me off. Not all the bosses are dropping fucking skulls like they're supposed to be. When I was there on Raw, there's a dude who's every time the referee got to a 2 count, you know how the fans count along usually.
Right.
Every time they got to 2, he'd be like 1, 2, and then they kick out, and after he'd say 2, he'd be like 2, sweet. I was like, oh shit. I'm glad I got to see him compete one time.
Hogan and Macho Man there with you too.
He and Cena.
Yeah.
He had a muscle suit on. That shit was funny. There's a girl in front of me who might have been slightly too young, but man, she had a fat ass on her. I was like, God damn, dude. And she kept standing up in my way. I was like, I could get used to this. Well, I say she might have been because I'm pretty sure she was there with her dad, but that doesn't mean that she isn't.
That don't mean she was too young.
Exactly. But nowadays, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Dude, when I was like 23 years old, I went and saw Metallica with my mom.
Right?
Metallica
I definitely want to go to another event the next time they come through Denver. That shit's pretty fun.
See, I wanted to take my son to Monday Night Raw the last time it was in Kansas City. But my wife told me that she was too young. He's too young. That 3 is too young to be going to a WWE live event.
Well, they keep it kid friendly. Come on, that's like their thing now.
Oh, I know.
I mean, they still occasionally cuss, like couple times Balor has called Bray Wyatt a bitch.
Bitch. Pussy.
Same thing with Roman Reigns and Cena. He called Cena a bitch, a fake ass bitch, a couple times. Cena was. I like Roman Reigns. Like, a lot of people hate him. I think he's a good superstar, and I think that people are dumb for not realizing that hating him actually is what makes WWE less likely to get him off the TV like they want.
Yeah, I like Roman.
But he could definitely use some work on cutting his promos, which is what I think that they're trying to do, is help Roman get better at promos by having him work with Cena on him. And I'll admit, towards the end, with the build up to that match, he got better and better with his promos. But man, Cena's like the master at that shit. And what's made Cena good at the promos is he could take jabs at you in real life and at your character and make it look like part of the show.
Right.
I did like them calling Cena out on how he called The Rock out in their little beef. How he called him out for running to Hollywood, and then he's doing the same thing now. I was like, good job, Roman.
So who do you think's going to be the special guest referee for Jinder and Brock?
I didn't know that they were getting the special guest referee.
They wanted Cena, but Cena's going to be shooting the Bumblebee movie and not be available.
Yeah.
My understanding is it's down to 2 people. The Rock and Stone Cold.
I'd say The Rock would be epic because him and I don't know though. I feel like The Rock might end up helping Jinder win for SmackDown. that rare WrestleMania shocking moment.
Is it's gonna be The Rock, but it's gonna set up a Royal Rumble match between The Rock and Brock Lesnar.
I heard The Rock it's been rumored that he's going to make another little title run, probably for extra money in between his movies. Well, that and he's still like part of that family.
What the other thing I understand is because Brock's contract is up after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He's going to drop the belt to Roman. That's why they brought the Shield back together, was to get Roman's popularity back up.
I think that we might end up seeing Triple H in action around Mania 2 against KO, probably.
Yeah.
Because it keeps attacking the McMahons and shit. Mainly Vince. I was like, I would love to see Triple H come in and whoop that ass. I've been waiting for it, dog.
Because you know when Triple H comes back, he's better and better every time he comes back.
Triple H is hands down one of the greatest heels of all time.
Oh, yeah.
But he could be that Roman and that Cena in the middle, where he's so popular that he's kind of a face too.
Right. Like when he was with DX. And
I think if he comes back, when he went with DX, that feud with Randy Orton, back in the day, I honestly think they should give him at least 15 titles if they're not gonna. I'm pretty sure they plan on giving Cena 17 around WrestleMania time. Probably. Before he's completely done.
Yeah, because they want to have somebody be more than Flair.
And Flair was originated as a WCW alum. I think might be one more reason why WWE would like somebody who had Cena as somebody who's not only tied with Flair, but he started in WWE as his main promotion, and he's been there his entire fucking career.
Right.
And I think to WWE, that's like, he's our standard bearer of greatness. And then Ric Flair from now on.
Right. But they're going to also try to pass that flag off.
To Roman eventually.
You know, to a younger guy. And Roman is who...
I think Roman is who The Rock, Cena, and Lesnar, like those kind of top guys, I think those are the guys that they've wanted it to be passed off to. A lot of people say it's because he's one of Vince's golden boys, but I don't think it's so much that he is Vince's golden boys as he's very well respected among the vets, the people who've held that fucking brand down for just WWE as a whole. I mean, before this recent split and they got superstars like Nakamura and Bobby Roode and AJ Styles, that shit was really being carried mainly on Cena's shoulders. Like, if Roman's ratings were dropping, they wanted Cena to come in for a match so that they could boost their ratings, you know?
Right.
And I think that's part of why they're having Cena help groom. Cena wants Reigns to take over because he sees Reigns as a workhorse like him, which he is. And Reigns, in my opinion, is getting better and better as an in-ring performer as he goes. A lot of people say he can't wrestle, that's their main thing, but I was like, I think he's fucking, he has a set of moves, I think, that people just don't like, but I'm like, every wrestler has a set of moves. What does Brock Lesnar do? Suplex, 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 that's 5 done.
Right.
What does The Rock do? Spinebuster, spinebuster, people's
Samoan
elbow,
drop.
rock, Samoan drop, people's elbow, rock bottom, done. Stone Cold,
No.
beat their ass, stomp a mud hole, Stone Cold Stunner, done.
Now, I think that Roman has a good Samoan drop. He doesn't have as good a Samoan drop as The Rock had.
You know who might have a better Samoan drop than Roman, even?
Samoa Joe.
Yeah, even better than Samoa Joe. Who might maybe not rivals The Rock, but it's really going to shock you when I say it, but it's fucking Nia Jax has a pretty good Samoan drop for a woman.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah.
She's fluid with that shit. She just boom.
Fuck with her.
I bet you she's Samoan drop Roman.
Oh, dude, I guarantee it. That bitch, she's a bad bitch.
I like Nia Jax. I want to see Nia Jax versus Tamina.
Right?
That's a Hall of Fame. That's a fucking title match. Like, if neither one of those girls get at least one title run, I would be severely disappointed with WWE.
Because I know Tamina is Jimmy Snuka's daughter.
Yep.
But which daughter? Who's Nia Jax's dad? I don't remember.
I don't know who her dad is. I know she's The Rock's niece.
Right.
So she's related to the Inouye family. Jimmy, Jay, and them, and Roman. I just don't know who her dad is. She's definitely part of the Samoan greatness, though. That has given us so much entertainment in wrestling over the years.
Right.
I think it is the Hall of Famer, though, I want to say. I'm just not 100% sure. I know Jimmy and Jay's dad is Rikishi.
Right.
And they were trained by him as well. I remember Rikishi was Grandmaster Sexy and Scotty Too Hottie.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be one of my favorite tag teams besides the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys. Those teams used to hold the tag team division down in the day. Ooh, Brothers of Destruction was one of my favorites. Kane and Undertaker.
Well, fuck yeah.
That has to be one of the greatest fucking combos of all time.
I have heard another rumor in the rumor mill.
That Undertaker's gonna do one more?
That he's gonna do one more. And it's going to be against Kane at Mania to silence the